Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I got behind on reading you my notes here. I have some from March 1st, and it could have been done from the 27th and the 28th of February when I recorded these notes and then wrote them on the 1st. It's a video. Alright then, so on the 1st here, we've got someone said they can't get their women's pregnant. So we have some upper dimensional beings who are looking at the genetics and the reproduction of human beings. And there has been a lot of chemical alteration going on the flesh temples people, specifically masculines. They were trying to gender alter them. Someone was talking to the curator saying, Israel, da-da-da-da-da. Apparently, they like this woman and they want the original genetics for experimentations and such. The curator is telling them that she has no idea how powerful she is, and he wants this energy, he wants to command it, because they don't approve of her just healing people and making them feel better. They want to dominate people and command them with it, so they want to take it from her. The crown and the root know exactly how powerful she is, and they should not be messing around with this family tree. He's complaining. Folks are wanting him to step down, and there is a storm brewing with the Most High, who has rainbow covenant with this woman. So these ones, apparently, they're talking. They need to switch gears from trying to unalive her and befriending her. They need to be a friend, because what they're trying to do is just not working. So they're getting some advice. The curator says that she has an Instagram account, and he believes that he has the right to her digital content, creating active video out of still images, perhaps. It's what they seem to do to try and pervert someone's pure and decent life. These parasitical vampiric entities demand that we bow down to them. They're framing us with their illusions, their little tricks, and they think that makes them better. These entities who feel they rule the world do genetic manipulations on high vibrational beings. They could not redrum you with their magic, and they could not harvest your soul. Apparently, they did twist you at some previous lifetime. They must do this obtaining the old-fashioned way. The curator is telling his buddies that his way failed. They need to be friends, gain entanglement through healing, and creating healthy programs to support the people. So they want to get involved in this woman's programs to support the people, and they want to do it for a couple of years and then gain her trust and everybody else's trust to believe, to make them feel that they are the good guy, so that they can then, at some later stage in the game, come forward with another deceitful frame job for this woman, like they did centuries ago. In 2 years, they promise this curator he will get the Marys back for his harvesting and deviant ways. So they need the Marys in this territory to do the healing work, to set up their programs, to get established before they can then cycle them back out and bring back up their Jezebels. This seems to be their plan. This curator really wants to hurt this woman bad. He had her trapped. He feels that he owns her soul, her gifts, and he's not stopping. He's a freaking psycho. He's been dressed up in her energy and her gifts for centuries, using them to hurt her and others, and he feels that he owns it. He's delusional. They're talking about a destiny swapper. The curator insists that he has the right because he claims she needs medicine. What a crock, right? So, Most High God, please remove this wretch and all of his soul harvesting, SEX trafficking goons, they're redrumming thieves, from the living. Aho. Wado. He's convincing them that he can take the life of this daughter of the lion and command the universal gate. May they all be removed from this opportunity to do such things or continue strategizing. Amen. Somebody said when you say amen that it is a religious thing and that it brings them grace and profit and such. When I say Amen, I'm thinking about Amen Ra, okay? Just so you know. This curator, Amen Ra, who is the Jaguar, it appears, this collective, and is in union with the tribe of the Lion. And so you got folks down here wanting to get in the middle of this and, yeah, do a thing. So the curator hasn't been able to take her out, meaning he hasn't been able to eliminate her from the territory. So now the Zionists, it appears, want to make friends. They need a relationship in order to make this sacrificial claim on her soul and her identity. This little jerk has been cannibalizing humanity for centuries. They've been using the identity, gifts, and energy of earth angelics to make war with them and their upper dimensional Star Nation soul tribes, their family. These are genetically modified mutants, is what it seems. They've CRISPR'd themselves, trying to make themselves into an unbeatable army. They feel that they are just like the Earth Angel because they've been consuming their blood, their flesh, their spirit, their soul, and attaching themselves to the consciousness as a low-vibe parasite feeder. The Zionists are talking to the curator. They're talking about their daughter. The curator is telling them she needs her medicine, this magistrate. So they want to try and play in her energy, harvest her soul value and identity, and upload it into this daughter so that they can replace the magistrate. They want to sanitize her and prostitute her flesh body. They just did it in the energy last time, and this curator is really fantasizing about torturing her bad. They've got all kinds of ideas about how they want to hurt her. But first they need to make friends, so the transfer works. The whole tree of this magistrate are all listening to these ones strategize on how they're going to harvest the soul of this new family tree. They're mentioning Cambodia. Satanists calling themselves Catholics, Zionists calling themselves Jews is what it seems to be. The Zionists are complaining to the curator that this magistrate has an entity attachment. And isn't that funny? It's a protector given to her by God, who gave her also the Rainbow Covenant. She's not to be touched. She has protection given to her by the Most High. These ones will not be obtaining her. They will not be trapping her again. She has a guarantee to go home. And these men can't even recognize the Most High God who walks with her, who protects her. So again, they're talking about transfer of this woman. They want to transfer her identity and memory into this daughter of a Zionist and obtain all of the wealth and the authority that she has been given. They need to get this universal gatekeeper back in their trap. I had a visual. There was a handprint on a foam wall. When the hand pushed on the wall, it left an imprint. The outline of the handprint had a blue light as an outline. So it could be a magically padded room. These ones are saying that she has to be pure. This woman has been through hell for centuries. They are bragging about how they defiled her, prostituted her, and they are insisting that she's unworthy of this advancement. They were certain that they degraded her, defiled, polluted her, just destroyed her, covered her in so much sin and shame and blame for what they've been doing that she should never be able to advance. They're insisting that they keep her. She's a warrior. She's innocent of all the shame and the blame for the filth that they covered her in. She was innocent the first time that they sacrificed her, and she's been innocent every time thereafter. These traffickers complain, saying that she's unworthy because of all of the magical defilement that they laid upon her soul. She has no choice. These religious men insist they have the right. She has no choice. These religious men insist they need to have the universal gatekeeper position. They say that it has to be a religious man Why? Because they've been prostituting divine feminines and their children throughout the universe for centuries. They've been broadcasting pornography of them as children, being molested by these full-grown adults who claim they're conquerors of the lion and the kingdom of that belongs to these children's souls. They're going to get what they deserve. God stated it as he rumbled through my vessel. Damn near scared the poop out of me. So they want to be in charge of the image of the divine planetary mother and the universal gatekeeper. They say that the woman and the women who have been elected as dignitaries and authorities in this new cycle do not fit their script, their ideal, their requirement. You know, some have tattoos, some some have big bellies, you know, they don't wear high heels, you know, they don't speak eloquently, they don't have degrees on their walls, you know, all they have is a rainbow covenant with the Most High God, and God has put them in this position. And these nasty jacks who have been violating everybody so fiercely over the last few centuries, or maybe longer, are objecting very badly. They can't have a protective, powerful mother at the gate because they will lose the children, the food, the SEX energy, the pain energy, the portal to other realms and everlasting life. Access, bridges and connectors, access to the upper dimensional star nations, soul nations. So the divine mothers will not let them prostitute everybody. This has been an argument for a long time. They've captured the women as prisoners of war from previous incarnations because of the fact that she fought so hard to keep these ones from doing this to the children and to the sisters and to the men. They hate her. The curator is told to unalive her, get rid of her. They claim this medicine gives them the right to consume her soul and claim her identity and authority. They claim that they have the right to steal her opportunity to live. These are Redrumming Soul Pirates. And the curator stated that they are claiming the orphans, or somebody's claiming the orphans. So they're going after the handicapped children. They're going after the orphans. They need this innocent purity for their timeline. They're saying she's judging everybody. And they're talking about a closing ceremony. They're talking about an army. They're saying that she has the strength. It seems the curator is complaining about his girlfriend, or something has gone wrong for her. Someone mentioned ARP, which is an address resolution protocol. It's to map a known logical IP address, layer 3, to a physical media access control, MAC, address, layer 2 within a local network. They said they are going for the eyes. Whatever that means. I don't know who said it, but whatever that is, they're going for the eyes. They're talking about somebody's content, a female's content. The curator is saying that somebody can't talk to anybody, that they're being told that they sacrificed everybody's future. So they're being cut off. They got a lot of angry people right now because they sacrificed everybody's future by behaving in such a foul, heinous way. They're saying she's psychic, she's innocent, she's clairvoyant, clairaudient, she's got all of the clairs. These masculines are saying they have to do something. She's the magistrate. They're being told to restrategize. She's got the right to evict them from the universe. They're nasty. They've been RAPing children, animals, women, men. They've been violating everybody, seen and unseen. And they make excuses. They make excuses as though they don't know what they're doing because they haven't taught each other well to respect the mother or the life that comes from her womb. These nasties are being antagonistic. They're making threats. They've been slaving people throughout the universe. These guys are serious threats to society, and it's not looking good for them. So they feel that they have to get rid of her, this magistrate, this dignitary, universal gatekeeper. They have to do something. They don't want to forfeit this position, this house, this home, this territory. They won't stop, even though they've been told they treated her like a prostitute and she will no longer be serving them. They are still coming in, trying to force their way into the energy and force her to be a captive and serve them against her will, just like last time. God said this is the end of their relationship with batteries. This is the end of them using us to fulfill their needs. They are insisting she needs medicine and are told that she's creating a holistic healthcare system. They say she needs to be innocent, and they prostituted everybody. They insist their job of defiling her and degrading her was so good that she does not deserve or qualify for God's blessing. Then I was told 28, page 1, and I thought it was that the 28th was the final date of the last chapter, and that the first is the first day of the new chapter. But Proverbs 28:1 states, "The wicked flee, though no one pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion." Well, I am a Leo, and I suppose I am bold. They are being told that she was without sin and they defiled her. So God purified and sanctified her, removed the sin from her. These masculines are so mad. They've been attacking little girls and little boys, and they've been consistently defiling them in many ways, lifetime after lifetime. And God removed the sin from her, sanctified her, purified her, and these ones are very angry. These nasties insist this powerful survivor and ascended master doesn't fit this approved model of leadership, of their idea of purity. But their idea of purity is a baby, a freshborn baby, right out of the womb, with an umbilical cord attached and everything. They sexually violate them. The sons and daughters of the lion of Lyra have been defiled this way for centuries, and now they're going to get their asses handed to them, and they will have deserved every bit of it. These scumbags thrive on human sacrifice. These devils cannot command the personality, character, or presentation of an actual high resonant woman. They do not get to command the identity, the authority, or the actions of the winner. They do not get to reprimand or caution or do anything regarding these RAPE affairs that they've all been proliferating their freaking life on for centuries. It's nasty, Jack. They must stop or forfeit their right to be present. They are a constant threat to others' right to reward for the effort that they have earned through suffering. They come in to defile their womb space, and then they call them a prostitute, and then they try to convince everybody that they're more deserving. It's a sick game. It's not forgivable. If these boys are not knowing what they're doing, then that's because the people that taught them how to do it did not teach them morals or ethics or anything. They said it was good. She likes it. So they come and they harvest somebody else's energy and signature and use it in baneful magic, and then blame that person that they harvested for the crime. And it's not okay. You cannot defend it. The only thing you can do is admit that you did not properly teach people to be respectful of the soul value of high value people. It's sad that you feel you have the right to come in there and harvest a woman as she sleeps in her bed. And it's just not okay. And women like me are hated by men like that. And it's okay. Absolutely. It's been a long life, and it's been many lives. These devils do not get to write in the character of the Divine Mother, of the Universal Mother, of God's chosen planetary stabilizers. They don't get to write the character of them. They don't get to say, this is what your personality has to be in order to qualify, because they're not God. And this is not their planet. And they don't have control over the gate, because Universal Gatekeeper manages all the planetary systems, and these guys are just SOL. And they're mad. That's why they want to take her out. And they're trying to get these youngers who have been receiving care and stuff to turn on her, to Judas her. They're threatening them. So these nasty men have no ethics, no morals. They have no respect for the giver of life in any of her formats, at any of her age. It's sad. It's terrifying that this is the quality of masculine in the world. They don't protect. They don't safeguard the treasure. They pull off of it. Everyone's, according to however they feel, their will, whatever. Like this is a candy store, and that everybody is available for them to just take from. And there's actually men out there trying to defend it. They didn't know any better. They're innocent. No, the fuck they're not. They're ignorant and naive, because the adult men did not teach them morals or values or respectful behaviors. Bad role models taught them to violate women from the unseen. And then they want to speak that they're innocent. These warmongers cannot continue destroying the mother's creations. They violate everything. As quickly as she can deliver life, they destroy it. These SEX traffickers are not in charge of God's chosen ones. These sorcerers try to destroy her with baneful magic and illusion. Baneful magic and illusion that had been cast by wizards and sorcerers using harvested womb energy of women they don't even know, hurting other women with it. They got such a big crime network out there. This magical, baneful crap is just so awful. This magistrate does not do magic. She doesn't call forth entities and sick them on people. They do. They could not beat her in their greatest effort, in her weakest moment. And yet they insist that they must command her. Someone is calling her the Unifier. The upper and the under, the root and the crown have been bridged. The planetary trees are coming back online, offering stability in the middle ground. This has to be. But you got Nasty Jack here who just wants to consume the tree because it's a bark beetle, an uninvited guest, a parasite of families. Others claim that she's a prostitute because of their violations of her womb, seen and unseen. They're trying to cast the illusional story that she's had intercourse with all of these orgy magicians, and it's just not okay. Anybody trying to defend it can get off my page, because you're part of the game. They're all very upset. None have authority to command this magistrate's life. The curator keeps insisting that she needs medicine, and the word reprobate came to mind. Reprobate ran through mind, which is an unprincipled person, a scoundrel, good-for-nothing villain, a wretch, an evil-doer, and a bad egg, a miscreant, predestined to damnation. Yep, and that is exactly what this curator, this needless feeder upon souls, is. Someone is quizzing this curator about her emotions. He wants to jack her around and try to destabilize her. Well, that's the message, everybody. And you can go ahead and feel whichever way you want to. I know there's going to be a lot of nasty jacks out there listening here, and they're going to try to do some stuff. And I'm just going to tell you, this is a no contact zone. It would be better if you changed your mind about being mad at this particular messenger. See you on the next one.